What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of the Road to 300 series Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Now, I did a update video before, and today is the final day for the second set. For the second set of the Porunga Dragon Balls, you're able to get the 7th Dragon Ball today, which, you know, these Porunga Dragon Balls are super easy to get. They're not that difficult, and, you know, the wiki exists and a bunch of YouTubers exist like myself that will post a little guide to get all of them the most, you know, and stuff like that. So let's jump right into it, and let me go over each one individually in one video. Let me go ahead and starting with the first Dragon Ball, this one right here, is clear a stage with a Ginyu Force category character on your team. So literally do anything with the Ginyu Force member on your team and you should be able to get this, which a lot of you probably already got this because, you know, the easy A Ginyus, the easy A of the Ginyu Force, and obviously farming up the Ginyu Force and stuff like that is still available for a lot of us. It is available right now for all of us, and so, you know, just using that, right? Super easy. Going on to the second one, use support memory. Again, any stage, you could do a lot of these in the same instant as one another, you know what I mean? So nothing too crazy there. The third one, collect at least 7 AGL key spheres and clear a stage. This one's easy as well, using just some some items that change key spheres into AGL key spheres. The easiest one being what was that one? I forgot what is the top of my head. But it's the one that changes randomly any key sphere into AGL and you get 5%. That one's an easy one. Or you can just use the ones that convert each one over. So nothing too difficult there. The clear stage in under a minute. Honestly, the best ways is just any of the growth tabs. Like really, if you're doing your daily meat stuff or any of you're doing your dailies, you'll get this one no problemo. Going on to the 5th one. Performing friend summon once, easy. It doesn't require a multi. You can easily just do a single, I believe. I did a multi, but, you know, it's dumb easy to get, you know, friend summon points, you know, so not too big there. Going on to the 6th one, it is purchase goods at the Baba shop with trade points, at least one. So if you don't have a lot of trade points, you could just buy any of the item, like support item stuff that are like 10, like literal 10, like 10 points. So nothing too difficult there, especially now that, you know, there's discounts and stuff right now going on with the celebration, I believe, right? Yeah, I ran out of Baba points a little bit ago, so I was just buying stuff. And the very last Dragon Ball that is for today is clear stage with a sworn enemies category character on your team. I believe, yeah, any of the Namek Friezas. Sworn enemies is kind of a diverse enough category that you should have at least one character. You know what I mean? For sure, 110%. You know what I mean? So nothing too crazy there. A lot of these you can complete at the same time if you waited until the 8th, but I doubt that you would have none of these done because all of these are so easy to get that it requires really no effort. You know what I mean? So outside of that, let's go ahead and summon Porunga. Yeah. Let's summon him. Yeah, okay, that's gone. Alright, so God, Porunga's amazing, dude. Absolutely amazing. When bro come around, it's amazing. It's fantastic. So, just going over the wishes just a little bit, just to refresh, just a quick one. The first wish will give you 7 ticket banner tickets, so you're able to do 1 full multi. The second one gives you 3 Grand Kais of every color. The third one gives you 1,300 small orbs, 640 medium orbs, 60 large orbs, and 5 hourglasses to reverse your units. The fourth one gives you meat, 1 large, 5 mediums, and 15 small. The attempts allotted stuff gives you 100 story, 100 growth, I believe, and then 30 EZAs. I think that's how that goes. No, Dokkan festival stuff. So it's 100 story keys, 100 Dokkan challenges keys, and then 30 EZA keys. Going on down, treasures and support items. It gives you a lot of high tier support items. Like a lot of all the support items that it gives you a lot of. So for 30 of, you get the Android 8, Whis, the Ghost Usher, Princess Snake, Boma, and then the Free True of Might. For 20, you get all of the orb changing ones that multiply 5% per of that respective orb that you change, right? And then you get 777 incredible gems. That in of its own is very enticing because incredible gems are easy to farm enough. They're just a real big pain in the ass to farm. You know what I mean? And then the very last one, which I consider the best bang for your buck for a wish, is the I Want Strengthen Allies, which literally gives you so much training items, so much like training equipment, medals of everything, 10 of the Supreme Kai and Grand Kai, Supreme Grand Kai medals, and like 10 of the 1.5 million Zenny, and then 7 of the 5 million Zenny, I believe, right? That's the 10. That's the 1.7. Yeah, the 1.5 and the 5 million Zenny. So it's a lot of money. That is probably the best bang for your buck for sure for these wishes, especially if you're beginning or even like veteran player. Unless you're like an end game player that has a lot of stuff maxed out, you probably don't really need to summon. You probably don't really need the strengthened allies as much as other people, just because like as time goes on, you'll get an abundance of a lot of this stuff just by playing the game. You know what I mean? And you'll slowly, build up a roster of, not a roster, but like an inventory of a lot of shit. You know what I mean? So for beginning and intermediate players, maybe even like a little bit like longer term players, the very last one is still the best bang for your buck because that's a lot of money. But also you get a lot of very high tier training items that will allow you to do a lot of really cool stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's really up to you. Depending on how your inventory is, I would get this one. It's same thing with the treasure and support items for beginners. Everybody outside of like crazy end game players, the support items and treasures are important because you need a lot of these items to do a lot of end game content. You know what I mean? A lot of these items are very, very, very good and are essential for completing end game content in the game for sure. They're not necessarily you absolutely need them, but they definitely make the job a lot easier, right? And 777 incredible gems literally for everybody, unless you have everything in the game done, is also very enticing because that is a lot of incredible gems, dude. Believe me, it takes a while to get to that point. So you know, it's definitely something. Keys, I've never really found, even on my end game account, I've never really found a use for keys. Maybe once in a while I'll go in a story just to get a couple medals that I don't have, but I don't really use 100 keys or like not even the Dokkan Festival stuff because they recycle Dokkan Festival like what's it called? What's it called? Events. Jesus. So often and so diversely, and then when a big celebration comes up, they all come back anyways. So it's like, you know, keys are cool, but you know, it's more in the sense if you really want it. The EZA keys could be useful if you're trying to just finish up, if you're just trying to finish up what's it called? If you're just trying to finish up characters, you just need maybe a medal or two for the sub EZAs, and the EZA is not back yet. You know what I mean? That's really the only instances that I've ever really used the EZA keys. But ever since, like, I don't know how long ago now, I really haven't been using any of my keys that much. So, meat is always good. Meat, you know, saves you a couple stones and stuff like that. It definitely wouldn't be a bad thing if you really inch it up on stones. But you get so many stones just freely that, you know, meat is kind of more of a it's kind of more of a luxury kind of wish than a necessity, if that makes any sense. Now, orbs, you're always going to need orbs. Unless you're like 100% maxed out and like literally every single unit is maxed out, you're always going to need orbs. You know what I mean? But like through the amount of easy A's that get done, the amount of events that give you, and it's like a crazy amount of orbs, this wish again falls like, you know, why not? Sure, it's one of the better wishes here for sure, 110%. The super attacks again falls in the same category as the hidden potential stuff. You know, you're always going to need super attack level ups. You know what I mean? At this state of the game, there's so many story events and so many free to play cards that feed into so many cards in the game. You may not really need this, but at the same time, there's also a bunch of characters that simply require Kais. There's no way to farm them. However, you know, why not fill out your characters a lot easier instead of farming? You know what I mean? The easy route is a little bit better. And obviously the ticket stuff, you know, I'm not going to say you shouldn't, because the banners could give you something absolutely amazing, or you could get, you know, shit out of luck. You know what I mean? Me personally, I'm not going to go for the tickets. I summoned enough on it as it is, and where there is a lot of value in the banners themselves just by summoning, if you want a more diverse box, for sure. I feel like as a starter player, or even an intermediate player, and even endgame player, there's better wishes out there outside of just tickets. You know what I mean? Unless you really want to summon on that banner to see what you can get. I would, you know, it's completely up to you. Me personally, hold on. Where are we? Okay, me personally, how we're going to do this is obviously I want strengthen allies because I want all that stuff. I need all that stuff. The second that is an absolute is hidden potential. Even though I'm doing a bunch of easy A's, it's very slow. And at this point, I'm just leveling up a lot of units to 41% if I don't have them SA6 to get them to 55. But I'm getting a lot of units to 55% so I can give them a little bit more stats. And I need potential orbs, you know. For sure, 110%. Now, the third one, I fell on more of a coin toss than anything. The only two options that I will even want would be the Grand Kais and the treasures. And the only two reasons I want the treasures is the incredible gems and all the stuff that incredible gems can buy in the shop. You know what I mean? The Kais are very, very enticing as well because it's three SA super attacks increase on any unit that I want on their respective color. You know what I mean? It's really a coin flip. You know, I thought about getting the tickets to figure out, maybe it would work. You know, maybe I get something crazy, but there's no guarantee. You know what I'm saying? And after doing that 50 ticket multi and not getting a single SSR, which you should watch that video, by the way, it's somewhere. I don't know what episode it is, but I was like, man, what the fuck? It's definitely a little bit still hardening, and I don't really want to go back in that banner on this account, so I'm gonna leave that alone. But the treasure items is very, very enticing just for the end game items that I will be using for a lot of these end game events, and obviously the 77 incredible gems. You know what I mean? There's a lot of units that I need that I would want to get, and I have to farm up so much in order to get those units even now. So I fell on a coin toss between the two. Do I take SA and make my current units stronger, or do I take a lot of treasure items that I can diversify and level up a bunch of units? You know what I mean? So I did a coin flip, and it landed on the tail side of it, which was I need treasure items. You know, so I'm gonna go ahead and take in the incredible gems and not take the Grand Kais. A lot of people would consider this dumb, but a lot of people would understand that, dude, 777 incredible gems is like amazing. If they added an extra digit, like an extra 7, dude, that is a no-brainer. You get that. You know what I mean? Unless like the SA super attacks are like 5 a piece or 10 a piece, then it's like oh my god, you know what I mean? Or if like there were more orbs. If these rewards were just a little, if they were as like crazy as I want strength and allies, like it would be crazy. Like say for example, instead of like the small amount of meat, it's like 45 small ones, like 30 mediums, and like 15 large. You know what I mean? Like just increase the value of the wishes on certain ones just to make them a little bit more enticing, for sure. You know what I mean? Because some of the wishes are kind of, you know, in my opinion, kind of useless. The meat and the keys, in my opinion, are kind of useless in compare. And don't hold, not useless, but don't hold as much value as the rest of the stuff. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. So, but that is our wishes, man, and that is a lot of crap. Look at that, dude. How can I not get the strengthened allies? That's a lot of money. That's a lot of orbs. That's a lot of generic stuff that we absolutely need. And the more we build this, and the more we flush out our units, we'll be using less and less of this stuff. That way, you know, we can save up more, and obviously doing dailies and stuff like that. So I do appreciate you guys watching to the end of the video. Sorry for me rambling on. I like over explaining things. That's just how I am. So I do appreciate you guys watching to the end of the video. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and turn on notifications to get notified whenever I post a brand new video of the Road to 300 series or any other future series that I do in the future. You never know, right? All right, guys. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.